What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Investment League podcast. If you're new to the podcast and you're unfamiliar with the movement, what we do here is we offer money and investing saving tips so that you can get ahead in life, take control of your finances, get motivated, and get your wheels on the right track to succeed in anything in life, in particular, though, financially and emotionally, mentally, all of the above. You realize when you know that you have money in the bank, you sleep better at night. When you know that you have money being made while you sleep great. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key to all of this. If you want a visual, if you're listening to this through podcast form, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can follow along as we go along on screen. If you're listening to this in podcast form on Spotify or wherever you're listening and you're not driving, head over to my Instagram, look up at My Investment League, and then give it a follow. There is where we have our daily posts to get you ready to get on that right track of success. And you can follow along as we go about these podcasts. Each post has a number at the bottom right hand corner. That post correlates with the podcast that we're on. So number 11 is today. So if you go on Instagram and you look up the post with the number 11 at the bottom, that's what we're talking about today. So today's post is my daily morning routine. So this is how I go about my day. First thing I do, obviously, is wake up. I get my podcast ready. In your case, you would turn on the daily podcast, drink a glass of water real quick. That's how I wake up, with a glass of water. I always have it ready right by my bed. So as soon as I wake up, I can just take a sip. Don't have to get up and go to the kitchen to do it because we're lazy in the morning. So it's hard to get going. But if you can wake up and drink a glass of water, you're already setting on the right track. Then I'll do some light stretching, just a little bit of light stretching, nothing crazy. I'm not busting out the yoga mat and doing nothing crazy. Brush my teeth. Then I'll write down my goals for the day, so things I want to get done today. Then I'll review my long-term goals. So where do I want to be 5 to 10 years from now? I have all of this written down, so that would be one of my main suggestions is have this all written down somewhere so you can look it over. Then once everything's set up, I might take a look at my stock portfolio just to see where everything's at before the market opens. I'll go do a quick 20 to 30 minute workout, take a shower, and then make myself a really good breakfast. So that's my daily morning routine. If you don't have a daily morning routine, think about what do you do in the mornings. How do you feel when you're getting ready to go about your day? Do you feel good? Do you feel flustered? Do you feel like you aren't completely ready? It's important to make sure that you have a daily morning routine. So this is what I would suggest everyone do. Obviously, you wake up in the morning. First thing you do, because what we usually do is pick up our phones and look at see what time it is, or turn off our alarm clock, or the first thing we do is open up social media to see what's going on. Um, Turn on my daily podcast. You know what I'm saying? Just wake up, go to Spotify, turn it on, and then you can listen to me while we go about our day. Drink a glass of water, do your light stretching, brush your teeth, then write down your goals for the day. So I write down my daily goals on a piece of paper or on my phone. I do it in checklist form so that as I complete them, I can check it off. So it's just a feeling of accomplishment for me. And for most people, just feeling like you accomplished something is a great way to start working towards consistency and getting things done when you want to get them done. A lot of people, I am guilty of this as well, will wake up and say, I want to make sure that I should do my laundry today, or I want to make sure that the kitchen's clean, or I'm going to cook myself a really good dinner tonight so I can take to work. And then you just go about your day and you don't really have anything planned. And next thing you know, it's already like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you haven't even started on the things that you wanted to get done because it's all in your head and it's not written down. So make sure that you write down your daily goals for the day. Figure out when you can get that done, and most of the time you can do these things while you get other things done. So make sure that you have them written down so you can check them off. Then I'll review my long-term goals. I have a whiteboard on my wall right next to my computer, so I'm looking at them constantly every day. I always look around and I see my goals that I want to accomplish in the next 2 to 3 years, in the next 5 years, and my ultimate success for me, which is obviously retiring early before 65, not having to wake up to go to a 9 to 5, and just be able to live off of my investments. That's my ultimate goal, and I'm working towards that. I have my stock portfolio, so make sure you guys check me out on YouTube, The Investment League, and you can see how I'm investing in the stock market and how I'm doing. I just posted a post yesterday. Currently, from what I started with, $2,100, I'm up 31% on my investment. So, and I started this in November. So, as you guys remember in the last couple episodes, the golden rule is to invest 10% one, and annually, if you invest in the stock market, you're probably going to grow your account by about 10%. So if you invest $1,000, you'll make $100 by investing it in the stock market. I'm already up 31%. You know what I'm saying? So investing $1,000, I'm already up to $300. So I'm way past the average because of what I do in the stock market. So if you want to get into the stock market and see how I'm doing it, you can follow along. I post everything right there so you guys can see that as I do it and I explain it. I have my spreadsheet on there. And if you have any questions, reach out in any platform that you have access to on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of the above. Make sure you check that out. All right. So now that you've reviewed your long-term goals, now you're set. You know where you want to get in life. Maybe one of your goals for the day is to work out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be working out at least 3 to 4 days a week. That's just my opinion. I am a personal trainer, so I do have some type of knowledge behind personal training and fitness. And that's another thing about the investment league is that this is just total investment. It's not just financial investment. It's investing in yourself, your mental health, your physical health, your financial health, all of the above. It all fits into one. Having a daily morning routine will get you on the right track towards anything that you want to accomplish. That includes fitness and making sure that you work out. If you want to work out every day for 20 minutes, that's perfect. If you want to do hour workouts and do them maybe 4 times a week, that's good as well. But a lot of times people don't work out because they don't want to take the time to get to dedicate themselves to sweating and breathing heavy and barely hanging on because the workouts are too hard. If you break it down to 20-minute workouts, 30-minute workouts, you just knock it out real quick. It doesn't even take up an hour of your day, and then you can go ahead and get started, and you're already on the right track because you got your endorphins going. You're feeling really good. You've already written down your goals. You already accomplished one goal, which was working out, so you can already check one off of your list, and you're already on the right track. Then you can go ahead and make yourself an amazing breakfast and accomplish everything else that you have in life. So, if you have any questions on any of that, let me know. Another question you guys can ask yourself is, what have I done today to set myself up for success tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, you want to continue to be moving forward in whatever direction that you want to head. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, taking a step back is also a step forward, and it's very underrated because whenever we have to take a step back, we look at it as a roadblock, but we don't look at it as something that's going to set us up for future success and being able to sustain that success. Because now that we hit a roadblock, we have to reevaluate our situation and where we're going and how we're going to get there. We have to reevaluate our strategy and figure out what can we do to avoid this roadblock in the future. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, our roadblocks are when we have to buy something or spend money, unexpectedly. Like if your car breaks down and you have to get a new transmission, for heaven's sake, you know what I'm saying? Worst case scenario, or you have to get your tires fixed because you got a flat tire, that's something that you had to pay for that you didn't plan on it. And now you're taking a step back because you were going to use that money for something else. And then you had to blow it up here. And now you're flustered. And then usually what happens is once we have to spend money one way, we want to make ourselves feel better. So we go spend money somewhere else. And once you get to the stock market and you realize that you can spend money on an investment and that money grows bigger, then that's something that you want to spend your money on. You don't want to waste your money on something that is going to be, it's going to satisfy you for a couple minutes, maybe an hour, and then you forget about it, and then you feel good. But then tomorrow you remember that you had to spend that money. You know what I'm saying? And now you're still in that financial situation. Investing in the stock market, you spend that money and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and put this money in the bank and buy me a share of Microsoft. And then you don't really look at it because you spent that money, and then in a couple of days you go to look to see how your Microsoft's doing, or you wake up every day to see how your stock's doing, and then you realize that your $230 Microsoft share is now $240, and you just made $10. You know what I'm saying? And that's $10 that you can start taking away from the repair that you had to put on your car. So you spent $50 on a tire, and as Microsoft goes up and you start making money, basically that's paying for your tire. You know what I'm saying? Easy money is what I'm saying. So if there's one thing I want y'all to take away from this is make sure you have a daily morning routine. Make sure you drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. Turn on the podcast, get motivated by listening to this podcast first thing you wake up. Write down your goals, accomplish your goals, review your long-term goals, and keep your head focused so we can reach financial freedom and then be able to do whatever we want with the time that we have. Everybody knows that time is precious. With that being said, stay tuned for the next one. Have a good day. Peace.